Hello, everyone, and I'm so sorry. It's that time of day. But timely topic. We're talking about pets, and my dog loves to be vocal this time of day. All the kids, get out, and he's just sitting over here. And my kid just got in, so I can't keep him quiet enough. So I apologize ahead of time for that. Look, I just had to make sure our screens were up. So welcome, welcome. Okay, I see we're here. So everyone, if this is your first time, what we like to do just to make sure we can see everyone, everything's connected. Please drop your location in the comments. So drop your location so I know that you can see this video. I'm doing the same right now. Also, if you want your name, your picture, your Facebook stuff to pop up when you have comments, you're going to have to give StreamYard permission. So right underneath this deal, it says StreamYard.com/Facebook. Click on that. It'll just ask, do you give StreamYard permission? And then when you make comments, your little picture shows up in StreamYard. But no worries, we are here. So we have Lynette from Raleigh, North Carolina. Welcome. Welcome. I see about 10 eyes on us. So please make sure you drop your location in the comments. While you're doing that, I'm going to allow Miss Shawanda to introduce herself and go right into the presentation. Thank you for tuning in. This is a live Q&A. So she has a presentation, but she's going to stop. And of course, you could ask questions throughout the presentation, and I'll bring them up as appropriate to not interrupt her flow. All right. It's on you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lotta. Hi, you guys. Thank you. Welcome. My name is Shawanda, and I am fairly new to the trucking industry. However, I am not new to transportation. So for the last 2.5 years, I have been in the pet transportation industry. And one of the things that I promised myself is that I wanted to spread the word and let people know about this booming industry that a lot of Black and brown people are not in. And so I have teamed up with Lotta and, other people to speak to individuals about pet transportation and how people in this industry or who's not in this industry can add more experience to their repertoire by adding pet transportation as a part of your business. So just to give you a little background about myself, I started off doing the actual pet transportation myself with my friend. Him and I, during the pandemic, we decided to just try out this new industry because I just got in a Lyft ride and a woman just so happened to bless me with this information. And she told me she made some really good money transporting pets part-time. So I was like really curious about it. And I said, okay, give me the information. And she kind of just introduced me to it. Well, it was literally December, right before the pandemic really took off. And we just started doing it in our own vehicles, just testing the waters. Well, once the pandemic hit, boom, it just kind of took off. Him and I were both able to be off from our job without losing income because we both still were being paid. And we were able to get into this pet industry just by faith, really. And just like, it just fell into our lap. So, but what I noticed is we didn't have anybody to really train us. You know how in the pet industry, in the regular trucking industry, we got a community. We have people that we can kind of connect with. There's YouTube videos. There's some type of information out there. There's courses, dispatch courses, all that going on. But with this pet transportation industry, I noticed that there's not a lot of information on how to be successful in it, how to make this a career, how to make it a second stream of income, whatever your needs are, that wasn't out there. So what I have decided to do is to take it upon myself, to present this industry to you all. You're not going to get rich doing it. However, you can make a really decent income doing it if you follow, pretty much the basic steps of, setting your business up. And if you already have a business, you can set up another business and keep it strictly for pet transport. If you're a carrier already and you have specific type of equipment, particularly if you own a minivan, if you own a cargo van, if you own a Sprinter van, you can do this business. You're already pretty much halfway there because you have the equipment alone. And just like with, general freight or whatever your niche is, pet chauffeuring or pet transportation might end up being your niche. I do want to say that I never thought that I would be in this industry and going hard. And I started off driving. I drove for about 6 months. We team drove, and then we decided, hey, can we possibly split this up where you be the driver and I be your dispatcher? So I then started my company by dispatching for his company, and I have pretty much became a guru at figuring out how to book loads, making connections with breeders and rescue agencies, and anybody dealing with pet, I deal with them. Whether it's the pet stores down to just regular old folk who have pets in their home. So I want to introduce this to you guys. Bring some questions for me. I'm an open book for this time that I have here. I do want to just point out, it has to be something that you're passionate about because we're dealing with live animals. So we need TLC, we need love and care, but at the same time, all the knowledge that you have with running a truck business or running any type of business, the same applies here. And I just want to give you as much gems and as much knowledge to see if this is something that you may want to just try out. I just want people to just try it out. And if it's not for you, fine. Word of mouth. You might know somebody who may be interested, who might need that opportunity to get into an industry that is really demanding. And it pays well if you do the right things. It is very profitable business. I can attest to that. So that's kind of I have a website where I'm going to talk about some pretty much the frequent asked questions that you guys may or may not ask. So we will go over the website. I want you guys to visually see what's out there in this industry. So, definitely come with some questions, and we can start off with just kind of me going over the website, or we can start with questions. It's kind of up to you, what you want to do.
Sorry, I was trying to put that on at the same time. So I've got the website up. Let me go ahead and put it here behind you. So give me just a second to put it on the other screen. All right. And so we got visuals. Here we go.
Yay. So after being in business for about a year, we definitely had to build a platform and a website just so that we can note our experiences, have a online presence so that you all can see generally about 30 to 40% of our business comes directly from the website. When the name of the company is My Pet Chauffeur, and when they are looking for pet transportation, if you Google pet transportation, we're probably like the 4th company down that shows up. So we get a lot of hits because, like I said, this industry is not oversaturated, especially not online. The online presence is not oversaturated at all. So we had to tap into it by creating a really nice website. As you can see, colorful, you know what I'm saying? These are real life pictures of pets that we've actually transported. So none of these pictures are, you know, saying photocopies or, you know, these are actual photos of pets that we have had in our possession. You know, everything is done through our website, everything from the booking of the actual transport. If they want to just give us a quote, you know, they just want just a general quote, that's on here. If they want to inquire about being a driver, and if you guys are inquiring about being a driver, if this is something interested, or you know somebody who may be a good candidate to be a driver, you do not have to have a CDL to be a pet chauffeur, because you will not ever be over a certain amount of weight and size doing this.
Shawanda,
Every
real
time,
quick, I'm sorry.
but
How do they like sign up, or do they email you
oh,
for to
go
become a driver?
to become a driver. Let me make sure it's still here and she didn't delete that. Under About Us, and you'll see careers.
Okay. Thank you much.
Yeah,
There we
so
go.
go to careers, and I can just simply just, you know, put the information in, name, first and last, phone number, email, and then I like to be straight up. Tell me about yourself. Hit submit. I don't believe in these long, extensive applications. I hate doing them. So I wanted it to be very quick and straight to the point. So if I am interested in you, your tell us about yourself is going to tell me all I need to know. It's going to tell me if you're going to take the time out to let me know about you, or you're going to give me this one little sentence and expect me to hire you, you know. So I feel like this is enough for me to know if you're serious. This comes directly to me. I am Nathan's operations manager, and I am the senior route coordinator. So I have pretty much two roles. Senior route coordinator on my business cards, it means I'm handling the day-to-day, you know what I'm saying, dispatching and coordinating the routes for the drivers. And operation manager just means I handle all the, you know, pretty much the back office stuff, making sure that his day-to-day operations are running, you know, smoothly.
We
I
have a couple
am
of questions right here that just
okay.
popped up.
I
And it's
can't see
pertaining to
them.
the driver. So, I'm about to, I see them.
Oh,
And so here
okay.
they go.
Yay.
There we go.
What equipment must we be equipped with? Okay. Um, so there's a few things. Number one, of course, you have to have your vehicle. I stated before, minivan works very well. People don't be sleep on minivans. Minivans, cargo vans, sprinter vans, you can do pet transporting. Then you have crates. You need crates to be able to, and they have to be USDA approved crates. Pretty much the plastic crates, and different sizes. You want, you know, you want a variety of sizes: small, medium, large, extra large, depending on the size of your vehicle. Anything else, you guys, is up to you. It's optional. This can be, we started off really low operating costs outside of fuel. You know what I'm saying? And then we grew as we got used to it. We decided to then start providing certain stuff like leashes and collars and, you know what I'm saying, bowls and, you know what I'm saying, general, you know, dry dog food. Of course, you want to have water, but you need water for yourself. So that's a, you know, that's common sense. But that's pretty much all the equipment that you need. So it's really simple. Uh, is there a specific insurance? Great question. So with this business, there's two insurances. There's your regular, you know, auto insurance. You, with pet transportation, you do not need to have $1 million insurance policy. You can have that if that's comfortable for you and yourself and you want that, but you can just have full coverage auto insurance on your vehicle, or commercial insurance depending on what type of vehicle, and you can have $100,000 policy. And then there's called pet insurance. There's a variety of slew amounts of, separate pet insurance. And that covers like the vet costs if a pet gets sick, things like that. If a pet run away and get lost, it will cover it. If a pet dies on you, due to what unforeseen circumstances, pet insurance, and it's very, very cheap. And the company that I would say is PCI and it's called Pet Care Insurance. That's like the number one pet care insurance. What you have to do is just like any insurance, you have to be very, 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 very knowledgeable about the type of transport you're going to be doing, from the number of pets at one time down to where you're going to go across the country. If you're regional, you're going everywhere. All that matters, and in this industry, when it comes to getting your pet insurance rate. So that's those two.
I didn't mean to make it smaller. If I could add, because insurance is my thing. You're going to need to specify also, as she was saying, the breed. If you're planning to take aggressive breeds, large breeds, exotic animals, poisonous animals, all those things. So you don't, it's not like an umbrella type policy that it just says pets, because people have all kinds of pets, and I'm sure she'll go into it. If it's a bird, dog, fish, gopher, ferret, it's still, if they want to arrange the transportation, it still falls under this. But for the insurance, you need to be specific on that type. And then for the auto coverage, there's a word called livery. And it's kind of a weird looking word, but the way I remember it is live. Anything live needs to be added to your policy. So check with your personal policy. You can get a commercial policy, but the word you're looking for to be added to make sure you can transport and it'll be covered is livery. Livery is also what they refer to as ride share. So, you're taking live people versus, like Uber food, Uber Eats, excuse me. So it would be, you know, versus property, you're taking live things. So you want to include livery.
Correct. And just
Yeah.
to I know a lot of people who are in this industry, they mix and match. They do like household goods, they do motorcycles, and they do pets. So they have to be very particular with their insurance to make sure that everything is covered. And of course, the more you do, the more that insurance rate is going to go up. So, don't do too much that you can't handle. And then to also piggyback off of what Lotta said, we specialize only in dogs and cats, and we very limited on cats, just because cats are so thick, what I'm saying, they just so picky with who they deal with, and they are a big challenge. So really mostly dogs. We stay away from what I'm saying, birds. They die quick if the temperature in your vehicle is not correct and things like that. But rabbits and what I'm saying, and gerbils and any type of like rodents and stuff, that all that is out there. People have all kinds of pets, reptiles. Right now, horses is a big deal. I know only one guy who has a trailer for horses, and he is racking up right now. I don't know if it's like mating season or whatever for horses, but he is literally racking up on horses. So find your niche. It's just like with the trucking industry, you can find your niche. If you are a cat person and not a dog person, then you can just strictly do only cats, and those cat lovers will love you because a lot of them don't want their cats mixed with dogs. And then vice versa. If you only do dogs, you really booming, because dogs is the largest that's on the platform. That's because of their size and because of aggressive breeds and things like that. Airlines, they have an embargo on certain, breeds. And we get a lot of ours because Nathan specializes in dealing with larger breeds. So if you go to our website and you look at the pictures, you don't see a lot of cute Shih Tzus and You don't see a lot of the cute little small breeds or whatever. You definitely see more of the larger breed. So question, does it pay by the mile like regular loads? I want to say yes and no. And I'm going to give you an example. There is a load board, and but it is a bid process. So it's a bidding process, and most people go by the mile. A lot of people do $1 to $2 per mile, but it's very competitive. I want to teach you guys to go directly to the source. Go directly to these go directly to the breeders. Go directly to pet daycares. Go directly to customers. You can just pass out business cards, go to a pet park, pass out business cards and say, hey, I'm a pet transporter, and introduce yourself. Because if you depend on that load board, it would frustrate you and you will give up because it's so competitive. I feel like that the load board, because it's a bid process, it's not that somebody just posts that they have a job for you and the first person who meet their criteria is going to get booked. No. So that goes to my other point. There's other variables. I don't go by just the mileage because I need to know about your pet, the breed, the size, if they need medication, if it's an elderly dog, if it's handicapped, blind, deaf, all those things are going to make the transport challenging. So you need to make sure that you get paid for that. You want to make sure that, and they pay you guys because they want their pet to be cared for. So don't too much focus on the dollar per mile rate like you do with regular loads. You want to take in the fact that you're going to have to take this dog out to potty. You're going to have to feed it. You're going to have to give it a little tender loving care. So you want to get paid for your time, and you want to get paid for your mileage and, and everything else. So you want to take that all into consideration. Do you have a class or offer mentorship? I definitely have a class. I have one coming up. And for you guys who are here live, I will be doing a discount. Originally, I do 6 hours for $269. But I'm going to take $50 off if you guys sign up after this class and you let me know that you are in this stream. I'm going to take $50 off, and I'm doing a training where I'm teaching everything just from conception, how to get registered, how to sign up. We're going to go over how to get your business set up from point A to point B, even to work on your personal profiles, and you'll get to see me live bid and book some loads and to see how this works. So you get to see it full-fledged, everything live. Mentorship is after you take my class. I'm pretty much yours for about 90 days, maybe longer, because I'm really building up good relationships with people who took my last couple of classes. I check in with them, see how they're doing, how they're feeling. Do they need some guidance, some help? So I try to make sure I give you resources. And I also am the person who will give you some jobs because I am connected really well in the industry, and we can't do all the transports. So I turn down jobs all the time because I don't know a lot of people that does this industry. So those people have to figure out on their own who to go. So if I do this, I'm able to, I fulfill what I want to, because I'll be able to pretty much give you guys work because people will come to me.
Question, and I'm sure we'll get to it, but how would they sign up? Do they go to the My Pet Chauffeur website?
Okay. No. So you will you will email me, and I'm working on a different way to do these, get the trainings out here to you guys, but you will email me at ssrainey, RAINEY, logistics@gmail.com and put in the subject line, you know what I'm saying, pet, you can just put in pet transport, and I know that you came from this class. And I'll send you the information you need to sign up. Oh, and by the way, the classes next week. Is it next week? What's today? No, Tuesday the 16th, Wednesday the 17th, Thursday the 18th, from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm so sorry if that's so late for some of you all, but I could not figure out where else to fit it in.
Repeat that again. I didn't get to write that down.
Okay, it is the 16th, 17th, and 18th, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's 2 hours a night for totaling 6 hours of training. And it's very intensive, and you got to be on time. And because we're going to start from scratch, you know, and I will give you will receive, you know, some slides so that you can prepare before class. So you'll know what we're going to cover. And so that way you'll have questions and everything ready to go.
What was the cost one more time?
It's originally $269, but if you let me know that you came to this class, I will take $50 off. So it'll be $219.
All right, sorry about that. I've got the review screen up here behind you, and then I know that you wanted to go through the FAQ, so I'll put this information on. Thank you for answering that question. I know it's a little out of sequence because we usually kind of wait for the end on that, but I wasn't reading, so I clicked it, and it was like, okay, so perfect timing for someone. Excellent. We'll have that information showed again. So did you want to review the reviews first or the FAQs?
Okay, just to give you, we can just let you know what people like in the reviews when you read the reviews. You can scroll down to that first one. All right, so this is the most recent one, and it's probably not the most recent. For some reason, my website girl, we're just having issues with these reviews being put in order. But October 15th is pretty recent. So Rebecca is one of my clients who is a breeder, you guys. She sends me work all the time. So she said, I have used their service many times now all over the USA. I can't say enough about how wonderful a job they do. All my puppies or grown dogs, because we have done her adult dogs, have been taken care of and arrived in great condition and sound. I highly recommend this company that needs their fur babies transported. So she is one of those people who, when I told her we're going to be going off road because Nathan wants to take a break this winter, she almost said, okay, well, who's going to be delivering my puppies? And I'm like, so this is what I'm doing. And so she will be one of those breeders. I mean, she cut her relationship with other transporters and just have really been solely, relying on us. And so she is one of those people who comes to me back and back when she has a litter and she needs transport, and she is like one of our number one fans. She's always highly recommending us, and I've been turning people that she's been sending me down. So that's why I need y'all in this. And I don't like turning down money. I at least want to give it away to somebody. So that's Rebecca. Another wonderful person. This is a couple who hired us through another breeder. I'm telling you, the breeders are your friends. Through another breeder who breeds Newfoundlands, and they said the whole process from booking to having our pup dropped off at our home was great. Nathan and Shadwanda were both easy to work with and answered any questions I had, even on a Sunday. Our pup arrived happy, clean, and ready to play. If we have another dog shipped in the future, we will definitely use my pet chauffeur again, as well as recommended them to anyone needing a ground transporter. And Ashley actually just reached out to me and referred someone to me. So repeat customers are going to come. And number one, the booking process is kind of like your first initial contact with your customer. So like we say, You know what I'm saying? That first impression is everything. So I'm the first impression. Before they even get to Nathan, they have to talk to me. So I have to I treat every customer like they're going to book. Even if they tell me you're too damn high, and they do, they'll tell me that is too damn much to be transporting. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. You know, I'm sure you might be able to find someone else. But unfortunately, sometimes depending on how they come at me, I might say, well, what's your budget? We may be able to accommodate you. And, you know, we might be able to slice our price down. Or I'll offer discounts. Are you military? Are you a student? Are you a senior? You know, offer discounts. Because they appreciate that. So that booking process is important if you have somebody book for you, or if you choose to book your own loads, or if you hire, some people do the whole process, and some people do like Nathan and I, and we split the roles up. So you can make this your own, you guys. You can do VIP services. And VIP services that you only do one pet at a time or one family at a time. And you don't have to worry about all these 6-7 pets from all these different families that you have to drive all the way around. If you want to be a VIP, you know what I'm saying, Uber type of transporter, I'm going to tell you how to set it up that way. It is able. The lady who taught me, who introduced me to this, that's what she do. She only do one transport a month, and it's VIP. And she just won one, you guys, for $3,795. One dog from Georgia to Northern Oregon. That's one dog. Somebody's paying her almost $4,000 because they don't want their dog they don't want their dog in the vehicle with anybody else or any other type of animal. They want, you know, special treatment. And she provides other services. She gets hotels. She ensures them that they dog gonna sleep in a bed every night. She has gives them little puppy bags with little treats and personalized collars and shirts and all that. When I say VIP, she cuts the nails for the dogs. You know, she get all this information, but you can really do a lot with this industry. You don't have to do it like we do. You can really make this your own. You can specialize in a breed. If you only like corgis and you just want to be a corgi pet transporter, you can literally do that. So I want you guys to really know that you can really, really do big things in this. I see it all. I see some really cool stuff and cool ideas that people do that makes themselves stand out.
I love your website and your FAQs. I know it's going to answer a lot of the questions, because even like looking at your reviews, how far do you go? How much do you charge? Your FAQs is very well thought out, well put together. So could you go over that for us?
Sure. All right. Took me some time. I had to really figure out what are the most asked questions. And I think this is important for you guys to decide if this is something that you want to do. And it's also important on making this your niche, trying to find your niche in this industry, because there's several. So how are pets transported to their destinations? So I clearly said my pet chauffeur uses ground transportation, and that's key. Make sure you say ground transportation if that's the only thing, because there is air transportation. There are pet nannies who they only do by airlines, because they have airline benefits. So they use that to be a pet nanny. There's also people who actually own aircrafts, like private planes, and they transport via air and ground. Like they might use their private plane, go from point A to B, and then they'll rent a car to transport the dog the rest of the way. So we only do ground transportation, so that's why that's in there. Pets are transported in cars or vans according to their size and number of pets. So I like to keep it very clear and concise and crisp. Locations we serve, our service stretches all throughout the United States and Canada. This will change. We don't really do Canada anymore due to COVID, but it's kind of getting better. There's a lot of border stuff going on still. So we kind of pick and choose, doing Canada, but we pretty much go everywhere. And if we
Mexico?
not, huh?
Mexico?
Mexico, we are going to probably extend to Mexico. Yes. But if you are willing to go to Mexico or go to Canada, make sure you put that in there, especially if you got a passport. That will win you money if they know that you have that as an option. A lot of military families is booming right now. So that could be your niche. What do I need to send with my pet during travel? This is very important. We ask that you provide a crate or carrier of your choice, although we do provide one for you if needed. That's very key because some people will have a crate or carrier, but they may not want to send it along, wherever the destination is, or it may not be USDA approved because just because we're required to have a USDA approved crate, they don't have to for their pets. So you want to just make sure you know what type of crate or anything that they have. Make sure they have enough food for the duration of the trip, label with the pet name, and if there is one. And I say, we don't provide food. We carry extra food with us just in case, but we like to keep the dogs on the same diet. So therefore, we ask that the owners provide them a small bag of food. A lot of these dogs will not, or cats will not eat while in transit. They're anxious, they're nervous, what I'm saying, they might be sleepy if their owners put them on some type of meds, because the vet asked them to or recommended it. So a lot of times a small bag is enough. You don't think you need this big old, that takes up space. You don't need all that. Just a small little bag, just so that you can offer them food. Leash, collar, and a harness. And for cats, we ask that you provide a litter box. All pets are required to have their most recent vet record upon pickup, and that includes most recent vaccinations and or health certificate. I need to take the and or out because it should just be and. They need both up-to-date vaccination and a health certificate. A health certificate is a travel certificate, you guys. It's a certificate that the vet gives them that lasts 10 days, and it ensures you that you are picking up a pet that is healthy. And if it's not healthy, then the vet will give recommendations for travel, or they will recommend some type of sedative or some type of anxiety medicine or something like that. So the most important thing is that health certificate. USDA do not require vaccination records. That's for your own comfort. Just with rabies, and if you're transporting multiple pets from different homes, it's just safe. It's just to be safe. But you're not required for recent vaccinations. You are required a health certificate though. And those are two different things. And if you take my class, we'll go into a lot of details because it's a lot of specifications dealing with those two documents. And any other personal items must be approved prior to travel by the coordinator, which is me. They'll try to give y'all boxes of stuff that the dog don't need or the cat don't need, or they'll try to give you household items on the low because you're traveling, on the dog, and that's not what you agreed upon, and they not paying you that. So you want to be very careful that people don't try to sneak other stuff with you, and you think it's for the pet, and it's really, what I'm saying, they Mama Ashes or something. Because I'm telling you, I done seen some stuff. Do you walk and exercise the pets? Absolutely, especially if they on the board with you a long time. Yes, pets are walked and given breaks in between the ride as needed. Generally, Nathan stops about 4 to 6 hours. Every 4 to 6 hours he takes, or you can go off of when you need fuel. Every time you need fuel, you can, go fuel up, take the pets to a park or wherever your designated area is, and take them for a walk, feed them, walk, take pictures, do everything, all that you need for the pets, and then boom. A lot of people think that's going to be a lot of time. Nathan be having 4 pets on board and he'd be done in like 15 minutes. Because they don't require a lot. They just want to, you know what I'm saying, get out of and stretch and just get a nice little walk in, eat, give them their water, and they good to go. And they get back in and they good. Do you transport multiple pets while transporting my pet? Yes, each route is quite different, and that's very true. No route is the same. And most times other pets are on board, but are separated according to their size and breed. We carefully choose what pets we transport, with safety as our number one priority. We got certain pets that we don't deal with because it's a lot of work. And number one is a husky. We have done with huskies, but I pick and choose when we deal with huskies and German shepherds. And it's because they shed so bad, you guys. They shed so bad that we have their pet hair get on other pets. And they're not even like together. They're like the hairs just float inside the other pet's crate, you know. So those two I'm very particular about booking because them just shedding alone. So sometimes we got to make sure we tarp our vehicle and you know, so that the hair cakes up, and all we have to do is just take the tarp off and all the hair fly off. So know your breeds, you guys. And you know, the more you know, the better transporter you are. All right. Are your quotes negotiable? Absolutely negotiable, but that's tend to be on a case-by-case basis. Like I said, before I negotiate a rate, I might offer a discount first. I might go ahead and say, you know, hey, you know, just, you know, what's your situation? I get them to talking, and then I say, are you, you know, I don't often just say, oh, are you military? If they are military, they do have to prove it, because that's our largest discounts. We give anywhere between 15 to 20% for our military or veterans. So they have to prove that, because I'm not just giving away money and you don't have proof. Students, they're broke. We barely even have students. You know, I'm sorry, they don't have no money. They never have no money, and they can't afford this. So to me, it's almost as if you can't afford to have no pet if you can't afford to transport them. Students, you know, we give like a 5% discount, but most of the time they're not really our customer base. And then so definitely just give discounts. But if you need low, you say, for instance, I done booked lows and it equals 3,000, but I know Nathan's goal is 5,000, and we just need 2 more pets to meet his goal. If I bid 1,500 and they were like, oh man, that's over my budget, can you do 1,100? I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna turn down 1,100. I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, or I'll meet them in the middle. Oh, okay, I can't do 1,100, but let's do 12. You know, so your same negotiation skills that you do out there, if you in this trucking industry, applies here. You have to kind of look case by case. What does the price we pay include? And I say the cost that the customer pays covers all travel costs, such as driver pay, gas, mileage, fuel costs, equipment, lodging, if the driver chooses. Take my class and we'll talk about that. Vehicle maintenance, water and cleaning supplies. Trust me, cleaning supplies you will need. So if you have a trade line account with somebody that you can get bulk, or you got a Sam's Club, you will use it in this industry. And we do not ask customers to pay any other additional fees. Now, I'm going to change that a little bit. So I'll tell you a quick story. We have customers who relocate. And with relocations, it's important that you know the details of point A to B, how long the family plans on taking during their travel. So say, for instance, they're traveling by vehicle as well, but their pet is going to be with you. Nathan takes 3 days to get there, but they're saying they need 5 days to get there. We got to cover this 2 days. Well, Nathan's not the type that's going to sit and keep the dog for 2 days. He's got other dogs to deliver. So what we do is we arrange for pet sitting or overnight care. And I am very aware, for the whole country, where the pet resorts or pet daycares or whatever are at in all countries, specifically Texas. I'm always having to arrange overnight care for pets in Texas. So I do the work for them. So that way it makes us more valuable as pet transporters. So when we can't really match, they really want to book with us, but we can't accommodate full 5 days with their pet, I'll go ahead and call and make the arrangements to have their dogs for us to drop off at a pet resort. I give them all the information. I give them the brochure. I give them all the highlights. Oh, this place is nice. They do this, they do that. And then I add that into the cost, so that it will be a time where you will have an additional cost that you might have to include after you've already came to an agreement. And most of them understand. They understand that that might be an additional cost, or you can, cover it yourself. Usually, guys, it'd be like $25 a night, $35 a night. And guess what? You end up getting it back in your tips, and we'll talk about tips at the very end. Do you have any pet or breed restrictions? Remember I told you, Nathan specializes in the pets that other people don't like. So no, we do not have any pet restrictions. Now, I am very picky with cats, but it's not a restriction. It's just that I'm just picky when I book cats. I ask more questions about their cat's behavior. But other than that, we do not have any breed restrictions. Actually, we like the larger dogs because those they pay more. To be honest, the people with the larger pets pay more because they don't have another option. They can't put their dogs on a plane like that because they're huge. Nathan is on his way to pick up 130-pound Doberman right now, and he is geeked because he done had a couple of small pets on board, and he's not really the small pet guy. He likes those big dogs, so he'd be happy when I book those. And then the last is, are we allowed to tip or gift our driver? Absolutely. Absolutely. But like I said, it's up to you. If you're an owner and you're going to hire drivers, you know what I'm saying, their tips is going to keep them employed with you. I'll tell you a story. We took I think it was a pit mix. I think it was a pit lab, and we went to Key Biscayne in Florida. We were on vacation, you guys, and we just decided, hey, let's just pick up, a pet transport to pay for our, for our vacation. So I just bid it on this one dog that was coming from Key Biscayne, Florida, coming back to Atlanta. And this was going to pay for this is what I'm telling y'all keep this in mind. This is a gem for y'all to pay for a vacation by doing pet transport. So we have spent a little bit over $800, a little bit over $600 over our vacation budget. So I was like, we're going to make this up by doing a transport. Booked this dog. It was a private transport, no other dogs. And I think I booked it for like $650 coming from Key Biscayne back to Atlanta. Do you know they tipped us $800? That was our highest tip. But they were very wealthy people. We gave them a good deal because we weren't trying to, rob their pockets. We were just trying to pay for this additional funds that we had went over, and they tipped us $800. The cheapest tip is $20, but that's literally the range that you can get if you go above and beyond. They were just really happy that we gave them a private transport when we didn't have to do that. Yes, pay for vacation goes. That friend I told you guys, that Uber lady who introduced me to this, that's why she do pet transport, to pay for her a vacation. She has another job that she does. She only do the pet transportation just to pay for her vacations, and she get it done. So yeah. Nathan gets treat bags. They give him bags of snacks. They give him gift cards and gift certificates. They really be happy when they get their dog safely or their cat safely, and you send them all these pictures. You send them frequent updates. You take a picture of you hugging the dog. They appreciate that. So it will come out out of their pocket, and they will reward you. So definitely, yes, drivers do receive rewards, and we definitely encourage it.
Awesome, awesome. So we want to open this up for questions. While you have Shawanda here, ask questions, and then definitely take advantage of the promo. Thank you for offering that. I am so sorry.
Yes.
I have kids. It's that time of day. So
Yes, I know.
here you go. So this is the information. You'll need to email her. Make sure you put in the subject pet transport. If you have any questions, follow up. Again, just email her. She'll be able to get with you. And then the website we have scrolling. Oops, I didn't have it scrolling. I keep clicking it off. There we go. So I'll have that here at the bottom. Let me get back with the emails. So in closing, can you go over again the expectations for training, what it includes? And I know
Absolutely.
that would help us out too. So,
Okay, so if you guys do sign up for a training, I need you to be there all 3 days. Please, I don't need your money like that. I'm not doing this as a get rich scheme. I am doing this because I have value and I want to get some money for it. But I'm also doing this because I want to give back. I was blessed with this opportunity, and I know we have some great people out there that can do this. So if you can attend all 3 days, if you can't attend all 3 days, don't waste your time. You're not going to get the full value of your dollars. So that's the number one thing. Come prepared with some questions. Come prepared to cam up, unless you just really don't, can't because of wherever you are at that time of the evening. That's why I chose the time, because I'm hoping, you done took kids away, help with homework, and got things taken care of, and you can focus. So please come prepared with questions. It's the more interactive we are together, the more we can build this community and help each other out. So just like how Lotta has a really great community here, I want to do the same. Eventually, once I get like 20, 30 people up and running and they're into this, I want to start a community, a Facebook group, you know what I'm saying, so I can give back to this pet transportation gym, because I don't cover everything that we can do in 6 hours. So we're going to have to extend out into the community. So please come prepared to talk. I understand not everybody's vocal and run their mouth like I do. But I feel like that's the only way you're going to learn, if you have questions, and don't be shy. If there's no stupid question, I got an answer. If I don't have an answer, I will find one for you.
that's perfect right there. So, all right. So again, this video is saved in the group. It's attached under our featured post. So you could go back, review, tell a friend about it. And also, if your friend is not a member of the group, this will be available on our Facebook page, which is under MyOwnLane Consultants. I don't see any other questions right now. I knew that, your presentation was really thorough. Again, I'm a huge fan of your website. I
Thank
mean,
you.
everything is just thought out. It's very methodical. So I wanted you to
I
see
do
that
want
you
to
had a
say,
referral. Go ahead.
no, I'm surprised nobody asked, like, if they're like what the startup costs or whatever. I just want to be clear that as far as like to get certified, to do this, it is free. It's not like FMCSA to get our authority. We got to pay $300, and then there's a $45 fee for this. It is free to get USDA certification. So please, this is the time before they start charging us. This is the federal government. USDA is a federal governing, agency. So I would not be surprised by January that they start charging. So this is the time to get in where you fit in. And also there is a first aid certification that you can take that costs like $20 to $45. That's your startup cost. And then if you have access to the load board, it's $29.99, you guys, a month. So very small, low cost startup to do this.
Oh, wow. So this is really what I could see as you were talking about mixing loads, about even the type of people to connect with. This is a way to make your hobby make money. And those breeders, I mean, if you hadn't looked into that, heard about, how breeders work and such, they're not again, they're purebred dogs. They're spending a lot of money for the animal, so they really put all that towards their care. And so it's a really serious thing. But I really love what you said in the beginning. If you don't have the passion, this is not the place. You know,
Right.
you have to love animals. You can't be allergic to them completely, you know,
Right.
because you're going to be around them. You're going to be interacting with them, feeding them, tending to their needs, you know, bathroom, the whole nine. And if, you know, with dogs, because like I said, I have one too. If it wasn't for them baby eyes, you're out of here, man. But yeah, it's a
And
lot.
I don't own any pets, never have,
Oh,
because
wow.
when I was younger, I lost a pet to death and it just really just tore me up. So I didn't want the connection, but now this I get the connection and not have to take them home to, to care for them. I mean, I think as I get older and if I don't get remarried, I probably end up with a dog, but you know,
I love that dog.
I'm an empty nester in 2 years, so I'm probably gonna get a dog then. I'm probably, if I don't remarry, I'm gonna be lonely. So, but yes, you guys, please, please, and even if this isn't for you, tell somebody. There might be somebody it is for in your community, in your family, in your circle of friends. Definitely refer them if you don't feel like this is something you do. But like I said, if you feel like you can do it, try it. Nobody's forcing you. You can get out if it doesn't succeed. You can just say, well, it didn't work for me, and then you can come back later when things are better and might try again.
So again, if you're just catching us, if you're watching the replay, you were wanting to write down the list because I know you said it out loud. The website again has all that under the FAQs, but then also reach out to her here with the email and feel free to ask those additional questions. And if this is right, the timing's right, you're able to commit to those 3 days. Go through the training because this is such a niched community, as she said, even in starting this and sharing this with us, which we're so thankful. Um, it's another opportunity to supplement, to reinvent, to just be in a space that there's not as much conversation about, but she's definitely on the path to make sure that it's known. And if, like I said, you mentioned Texas and out here in Dallas, certain areas of town, I think the dogs run it because it's, like restaurants like the Lazy Dog, just you're seeing everybody out there and it's just like, so to live here you have to have a dog. I mean, just like what is going on? The pet stores are posher than the mall, and it's
Yeah.
just like, wow, wow. So this is really a way, again, to combine your passion, make it lucrative. You don't have to be out there, all times of day, going, everywhere. This is really one of those untapped places that you can create what you want it to be. And you definitely, need to make sure that you're aligning yourself and get all those things taken care of on the front end instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, trying to figure this out for yourself. Ms. Shawanda has all the resources outlined for you again this next week. I keep putting it as this week. Next week,
Me too.
November 16th through the 18th, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And my last words, you guys, is you can start small. Like I said, we started in our own vehicles. There's no law that says you can't use your own vehicle as long as you got the correct insurance and you are certified. If you want to go across state lines, you have to be certified with the USDA. If you stay within your own state, then you just got to know your state laws when transporting other people, pets that you do not own. Start small. Do just regional. You don't have to go cross country. Just start local. Network first. Let people
Mhm.
know that you're interested in doing pet transport and see if you can lock you in some breeders, some rescuers. Look into that rescuer community. Go on these Facebook groups who those rescuers, they always looking for transports because they're rescuing and sending pets all over for adoption and things like that. So it is very, very high demand. This is an untapped industry for us black and
Mhm.
brown folks. I'm telling you, I see it's like 1% of us in this industry. and we can take over, you guys, because we have pets. We love pets too. And so we need to get out here and take care of it all. And I'm telling you, I get a lot of business just because people see that I'm a Black owned, we're a Black owned business, and they're like, oh, I got finally somebody that looks like myself. And if you know anybody that's bilingual, please send them my way. If you know any Hispanics, Latino sisters and brothers, please send my way. I want to, get us out there.
Check the comments later. You have a referral from a boxer from Atlanta to Mexico. So,
oh, wow. Thank you.
A referral here. And it's the same way with insurance. You know, we want to support our communities, but we're not seeing those opportunities. And so if you get out there, you make it known, you're connecting, because who doesn't know, I was gonna say a name, but who doesn't know? Look, I'm being good. That pit bull breeder. We have certain brands that, not brands. What's the word? I just went totally blank. Certain dogs that others may shy away from. So if that's the passion you have for certain dogs, the larger breeds, that's money. You're offering a service that's not commonly found. So you're going to stick out in a very positive way, and you're giving an opportunity, because I'll tell you firsthand, military environment, we gave away our pets because just wasn't doing that. And so, like you were saying, it took me a long while before I had my kids, and they just beat me down begging for us to get a dog, because it was like, I don't want to have to keep giving away a pet. You move even from apartments and such. One apartment might be animal friendly, the other one might have a ridiculous pet rent or whatever. And so what happens? They have to give away their pet, but if they could transport it, if they knew the pet was cared for, for more scheduled moves, that's an opportunity. And sometimes people just, again, we're working from remote environments, so you want your pet with you, but who's coming, who's taking him or her?
Exactly.
So lots of ways to think about this. So we have our thank yous from the audience. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome with the thank yous. Please share this video, share this opportunity, share this contact information. I see Laura tagged Mila, and Mila speaks Spanish, and she's out here in Texas. And so, hopefully she'll be connecting with you as well.
Awesome.
So
We're always in Texas. Yeah, and I'm a frequent. I used to live in the DFW, and I have so many friends there. So after the new year, I'll be in Texas probably like 3-4 times a year. So
awesome. Well, you gotta hit me up. Let me know. I'm right here in Dallas. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. We're gonna go ahead and begin ending. So let me put your company name back on here. All right, I've gotten tired. Everything gotten tiny. It's like, what is that? Yeah, you can tell my energy. I'm a morning person, and after a certain amount of time, it's like, yeah. So, awesome. Thank you again. So we're going to go ahead and close out. Continue to add comments to the video here in the group. Share the video from the YouTube page. But thank you, and we look forward to having an update in the spring, so you can kind of keep us abreast of new things happening, because as you were saying with breeders, animals have cycles and stuff as well, and spring is a time for new animals.
New money out here, but we got the holidays coming right now. There's a lot of veteran transporter coming off the road, so you guys, this is a time for you guys to bank off of that.
Absolutely. Well, awesome. We'll go ahead and close on out. You have a good evening. Be safe. And thank you very much for watching. All right. Bye. Have a good one. Bye-bye.